Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your Law of Attraction Tarot and Oracle card readings. We will have both a money and a love reading. There is a Law of Attraction message linked in the description box if you're interested. This is your overall theme, last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. You better believe in that, man. That you're worth it. Okay, no matter where you are in your life, even if you think I should be farther along, look, you're right on schedule. And know that you've overcome a lot of things, you've come through things, you've weathered the storm as needed, and you're right on the precipice of something new, all right? You're always attracting it. Expect a miracle, as I always say. All right, we're going to take a Fortune Oracle. We're starting with the money reading first. And you have the card of the Chariot. So in the tarot, it's Cancer energy. But the Chariot represents charging ahead with confidence. Stay strong and focused. So if you're trying to start a business or kickstart, I keep hearing, or something with money where you're needing to move forward, not to get too discouraged. Even if you have some minor setbacks, know that oftentimes those course corrections in the end, you'll say, I'm glad it happened. And maybe I didn't want it to happen the way that it did, but it needed to put you on the right path. So we'll see what the tarot can tell you about money. All right. Well, in the past, we've got the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands. Interesting, 3, 4 Wands. I'll tell you what, in the Fool, this is fantastic. And the reason why is the Three of Wands is like you're taking the leap of faith, and the Four of Wands is a celebration, and that's in the outcome. That Four of Wands is like, yeah, it's happening. It is a big yes. Know that what you want is manifesting in this time-space reality. It's very important. So I feel like somebody here in the past, the Eight of Swords, something had you confined, whether you were a caretaker and it's like, look, I cannot just leave this. Or even if you were raising a family and you put some of your own personal goals aside, or you put them ahead. I had kids that played sports, and trust me, I understand how much money, goes into it. I mean, I always used to have money on hand because at night they'd say, I need $20 for school tomorrow. I mean, it was a constant thing, but that's part of parenting, isn't it? So I feel like somebody here, you may have been restricted for a good reason. And it's like, well, what do you want me to do? But it's in the cards, okay? So it's like nothing. It was what it was. Now, if it was something else, though, too, even like a non-compete clause or a lease that you couldn't get out of. Like you're like, I'd love to buy this house, but I've got this damn lease keeping me stuck. I feel like you're finally getting free. You have such great freedom. I heard sweet, sweet freedom. Why not? But look at all the yellow. So the yellow in the background is a wonderful symbol in the tarot. Gold and yellow. It's increase, it's freedom, but it's also an environment where you will absolutely flourish and soar. So I'm loving this for you. With the Three of Wands, your ships are coming in. And there's a knowing here. So have that right now. That feeling. And I've told you this exercise before. If you haven't done it yet, it might be a good time to try it. Going back through your life and thinking back to, and you can write it down too, all the times you really accomplished something you really wanted. And that feeling of attainment, that feeling of success, of achievement, of saying, how can it get any better than that? You have that feeling now, then you come back to me in 2 weeks and tell me the things that are showing up in your life. Because you're attracting that energy again. So the universe must deliver. Oh, you want that again? Well, here's your new Porsche. Oh, that'll be fun to drive around in. Or here's your new townhouse that you've wanted. You wanted to downsize, but you wanted to have a big kitchen and an island and a blah, 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 and a resort style living. Oh, here it is, okay? So I feel like you're attracting the right stuff. Now, the Four of Wands tells you you're only just beginning. All right, this is telling you that you have celebration ahead, that this is going to continue to deliver. Now, the Four of Wands, the 1111 card, so know if you're seeing 1111, it's a number of initiation of new beginnings of prosperity. So I do feel like if you're waiting on an answer, the answer on this is yes. Now, ultimately, with the energy of the Fool says, let's take that leap of faith. The Fool is all about adventure, so not limiting yourself. So being open to new areas. If you're looking to move and you didn't have quite the right situation, maybe expanding your Zillow boundary, seeing what else is out there. If it's a job opportunity, I feel like they're saying if you're kind of on the fence, I don't know if I have time, or I don't know if I should do this. The Fool is one where you say, this is a yes. It's a big transition. And when the Fool shows up, know that your soul is always victorious. Like, you can't miss when your soul is making a change, when your soul is ascending. It's why we're here. So you're on a quest. It's fearless. It's being full of energy. It's feeling alive in your life. So you have a wonderful energy in terms of money showing up. Now we're going to do a love reading for y'all. See how that shakes out. Be proud of yourself. Okay, and then we are going to take another oracle. These have been shuffled. You've got twin flames. Do you ever see that documentary? That was kind of kooky. All right, so it doesn't mean that you need to hire some kind of a coach to go find your twin flame. They're already out there wandering around being attracted to you. So this card represents yin and yang, balance, union and duality, complement. For some of you, it might be polar opposites. So you could be attracting a sign or somebody who's very different from you, but doesn't mean it won't work. In fact, you might say that's what makes your life interesting and entertaining. So in the past, we've got the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles here. So for some, if you've had a breakup, you do have a chance at reconnection. But I do feel like you have somebody else coming in. You're going to have more than one option. With this 5 of Cups, though, there's definitely disappointment and heartache. And so I feel like, especially if it was a relationship that you did not expect it to end, there's sorrow here. There is real grief. And so we know that with this, and sometimes we get caught up in life, right? And we don't see it coming. But with this, it feels to me like the proverbial gut punch. You know, something where you thought they'd be with you and by your side, and all of a sudden they're not there. And you didn't have any inclination, especially if it was like, seemed like things were going okay, and then all of a sudden they're breaking it off. Or if it was a loss in a different way, but there's grief here, I can tell you that. And so that's part of the deal, I mean, is allowing yourself to grieve for a period, but then opening up again. Because when we try to build a new relationship on the sands of grief in the old one, it doesn't work, right? There's just too much sorrow. So the 4 of Swords is actually kind of timely here, because I feel like somebody here has had a period of solitude. Even if you say, well, it wasn't that much grief, I've just never had a relationship that's lasted more than a few months. If you've had a bit of a break, or even if you said, I need to get more spiritually fit, with this 4 of Swords, this allows you the time and space to do just that. Now, if it was a breakup and you haven't been on speaking terms, that's here. But it's also showing he's hung up his swords. He's not ready to do battle. So some of you may have tried like 30 days no contact. And the reason why that can work, if you can do it, is by detaching your energy. But a lot of times what people do is they don't communicate for 30 days, but they obsessively think about the person. And guess what? That's not really no contact, because they still have your energy. When you can get to the point that you withdraw your energy, that's when they come back, because now they're like, well, something's missing in my life and it must be you. So with this 4 of Swords, though, it does show a bit of lull in activity, but ultimately this is about you getting your brain and heart together, okay? When you have a noisy mind and an armored heart, it's very difficult to attract love or anything that lasts. So I feel like in the case of this is really to help you. It's to help you get yourself back to center, so that your point of attraction is one where you have the attraction of somebody that's here for the long haul, and somebody that will understand you. Now, the 2 of Wands is about partnerships as well, and it is about expansion. Now, for some of you, this is somebody who comes in who wants a future with you. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, but they do not mean maybe, okay? This is somebody who's serious about it, and they will show you, not just tell you. So if you've had a lot of lip service, I think you're going to love this one, because this is somebody who will not do that with you. And you won't have to verify it. You don't have to Google this person. They are who they say they are, and they mean what they say, and they will show you that again and again and again. So I definitely feel like with this Two of Wands, it is a relationship that expands. Now, in the advice here, though, this Two of Pentacles is interesting because the infinity symbols infinite possibilities. So if you have a breakup, but the person isn't going anywhere, okay, there may be somebody else coming in. And I feel like it might really expand your outlook, where you'll say, I don't want to live small. I don't want that person and being trapped in that cycle anymore. So some of you may have a turning point. If you had a breakup, I feel like you're going to have somebody else who comes in. And some of you, I can already feel the resistance. You're like, no, I want the old one. I don't know. I feel like this other one offers, okay, offers expansion, and offers definitely with this too, this infinity symbol, a love. Again, it's a vibrational attraction. The number 8 is important, even though this is a 2, because of that infinity symbol. So good things are on the way for you, Taurus. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.